Perfect.
What is up, guys? It is Resourceful here, and today we're going to be doing another special video. Just like my last video, message to the devs, is going to be the exact same thing, except this one is going to be from you guys, alright? I'm going to be throwing my suggestions in there as well. This is mostly focused on you guys and having you guys drop all your, your ideas, suggestions, and little bugs that you've encountered down in the comment section below. So, I spoke to, Dev Zoe, and she actually made this suggestion to me that I basically could have you guys, drop some comments down below and let them know what kind of bug fixes that you would like and different types of suggestions that you have for the game. So they're really listening to us, guys, and they really value our opinion. So I'd love for you guys to corroborate with us on this, and just basically, whatever you have on your mind for the developers here, they're going to be seeing all the comments that you guys put down there. All right, that's exactly what this video is for. So if you guys have anything you want to say at all to the devs, this is the video to do it on. Drop a like if you do like this idea, and make sure you put that comment down below because they will be reading it. Dev Zoe is going to be making a really detailed list of everything that you guys say. So everyone, just post your stuff down there. I'm gonna be doing the same thing as well. And then there's one thing here, I gotta pull something up on Discord. You guys do need to put this stuff kind of in a format. I meant to do this before the video, but just give me a second here. I will pull it up. All right, guys, so here's the format right here. I'll put this down in the description as well, so you guys can just copy and paste and then just jot your information down in the comment section below. So first of all, we're gonna need you to describe the bug as as detailed as possible, right? So you want to basically say everything that because it's kind of difficult. It may seem simple, the idea of fixing a bug might be like, oh well, just fix it. It's kind of complicated. So basically the more detail you explain it, the easier it is from the fix. So what you want to do is, like, let's say there is one bug that I could say right now. If you're standing under a floor, especially in Eden Vines, you're standing under a floor and you have your back against the wall and you place a ramp underneath a chest, it'll put you outside of that wall. So that's a bug, right? I would describe it like that. It's actually not just in Eden, it's anywhere. You'd say when you have your back against the wall and you place a ramp up beneath the chest, beneath the floor, it will put you outside of the building. So you want to describe everything. You want to even describe your location. Just try and make it as detailed as possible. Even if it seems ridiculous or redundant, just put everything in there, because you never know, that one little piece of information might be exactly what they need to fix that bug right away. So second time, you want to say how many times the bug has happened. You want to be like, okay, is this a bug that occurs every time, or is it just like 5% of the time? The bug I described happens every single time. If you are underneath a chest and you're inside of a building, you place a ramp beneath that chest, it will put you outside of the building. Or it can push you downstairs too. That's happened where it'll push me to the floor beneath the floor that I was on, stuff like that. You'll say the bug happens all the time. Number 3 would be picture or video proof. This is kind of going out of your way, but it helps out a lot, because when they see it, they'll know if they're able to reproduce it. Because the biggest thing with fixing bugs is actually they need to be able to reproduce it in order to fix it, because they have to actually go in and change the coding and make certain exceptions or changes to the codes that will stop the bug from actually happening. So fourth, you're going to do your ID, platform, and your server. That way they could maybe go into the accounts and just see what happened at a certain point in time, and see exactly what went wrong at a certain point, right? So your ID, to get your ID, you're going to go into the game. You can click on your profile picture. Let's move this. Click on your profile picture, right? And your ID is going to be right here, guys, right beneath your username. Your ID is going to be, oops, is this in the way? Oh no, you guys can see it. Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, your ID is right here. All right, and then let's pull that list up one more time. Let's see. Okay, your platform. Okay, so if you're on PC, you put that. You're on mobile, you put down that you're on mobile. And your server, obviously, server is going to be US, US, Asia, Med, just like that, Steam. Okay, fifth is your normal frames and your ping. So to find your ping, you can go here into the game. And my ping is going to be right here. You can see that green right there where my mouse is going around. That's 21. That's my ping right there. And my frames, you can find your frames at the bottom of the screen when you're in a match. So if you're in a match, look at the bottom of the screen, and it'll tell you how many frames you're getting there. So let's move on to the next thing here. 6 is your device. So basically you can just describe what kind of PC or what kind of mobile phone you're using, and then you want to just full details and stuff like that. Like, let's say you have an iPhone 6, everything like that, the year or whatever information you can give on it. That way they can go in and see exactly what might be causing a certain bug with a certain computer or cell phone. And then number 7, if you're using a VPN. So if you're using a VPN, go ahead and put the details down on that. And yeah, this you could disregard this here, because that is for that's for the Discord server. Yeah, and you know, like they said, this was just the message that Zoe posted in the Hardcore Players Discord server. So that's that, guys. Want to say thank you guys in advance for helping out with this, and you know, because you guys are going out your way to help out, you know, and do this stuff here. So thank you guys a lot, and you know, it helps improve the game a lot, because obviously we all put, you know, money, time, and, you know, effort into the game, and we want to, you know, want the game to get better and better. That way it gets more popular and more fun, obviously. So thank you guys for helping out with that. So now I'm gonna move on to my suggestions. So I will do my suggestions, and then you guys will be able to put all your suggestions down in the comment section below. So I just want to say this is really, really awesome that the devs are all like collaborating with me on this and going out of their way to collect this information from you guys. Like, I've never seen a company do this, but the fact that they are is super exciting, and like, I'm just gonna take this opportunity and run with it, because it's like we get to you know, literally tell the developers what we want, and they're actually doing it. So let me go ahead and go with my suggestions, and then I'll go ahead and end up the video and let you guys put down below what you guys want to see. So number one, this is my biggest suggestion: remove flamethrowers and full-time emitters. Those are trash. Take them out, get them out of the game. Okay. And oh yeah, one thing before I go on with my suggestions, when you guys are in the comment section, just remember you are talking to a company. Try to be professional, you know, try not to be toxic, try not to use foul language, you know, just don't be toxic, guys. You know, let's make it nice and easy for them, so that, you know, they can, you know, understand that we care, and we're not going to be ridiculous when we're talking to them, and they can, you know, because they'll do this stuff more often. You know, if they're like, okay, the players, you know, they're respectful, they're asking us like this, you know, just be, you know, try and be polite and mature about it, and they'll listen to us. That's exactly why they're listening to us. In our last video, you know, we went ahead and we talked to them in a nice way, and it goes a long way, because, you know, they, you know, we treat them like professionals, they treat us, you know, like respectable people, and they actually, you know, can listen to us, you know. So that's all. Number two, stop grenade spam by limiting explosives you can carry to 5 per slot. Do this for all the explosives in the game. So napalms, bowling bombs, grenades, you know, I think they're called distract bombs, you know, the thing that make you, you know, do that dancing thing. 5 per slot, that's it. Okay, 5 per slot, no 20. Do not let people carry 20, that's too much. People just sit there and just keep chucking them. And on the same note, what they should do is add a grenade indicator, because grenades don't make any noise at all, which is okay if they had a grenade indicator. So basically, I wish I got an example for this, I actually forgot, but in Call of Duty, there's a grenade indicator icon. Actually, let me see if I can find a video right now. All right, so here we have an example of the grenade indicator. This is a little video on my channel here, so we'll see in just a minute. The grenade indicator would work something like the footstep indicator. It would just be a little bit different. So we can kind of, you know, look at this video here and kind of base it off of this. If we had this in the game, it'd be perfect. You know, the grenade's being silent. There it is right there. Do you see it? Let me go back a little bit. So when the grenade comes close, just like the footstep indicator, exactly like the footstep indicator, just for grenades. See? Boom, right there. You see the grenade indicator right there on the, it's red because it's like right behind your character, and then once you get away from it, you know, it turns white. Just like the footstep indicator, you know, it turn yellow or red when it gets really, really close. If we had that in the game, it would not be a problem at all. We would really understand where the grenades are, and it wouldn't be such an issue when they do come in. But yeah, definitely limit the explosives to 5 per slot and add a grenade indicator. That would be sick. Like, it'd be perfect then. Okay, so next. Now, me personally, I'm kind of indifferent on this, but the entire community is asking for this, so obviously you should go with the, you know, the majority vote, right? So everyone asking to bring back the classic map. So you know, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna agree with that too. You know, if the entire community is asking for it, there's nothing wrong with the classic map. So it's not like I could be like, oh, the new map's better because of this, and this. Classic map was fine, and it actually runs really, really smooth no matter what. So Creative Destructor was designed to be able to run smoothly on all devices, from low-end PCs to high-end PCs, and the game needs to be light in size and easy to render. So that's the reason why a lot of people do play Creative Destruction, because it was designed to be able to be run by all kinds of computers, phones, and everything. So the new map, obviously, there's a lot of people who can't run it properly or have a lot of frame drops or issues with it. Instead of trying to fix those issues and you know, lose players, why not just bring back the old classic map? You know, that would just, boom, right there, solve all the problems instantly. I think there's no point fighting that. We should just go with, you know, majority vote and what was working before, and that was classic map. We should definitely go back to that. And then fourth, I know that bear module spawn rates were nerfed. I don't know why, but they should definitely be brought back, because you know, there's just, people want to get into action, you know, and there's a lot of times when you're in a bad spot, or you need to, you know, you need to move somewhere, anything, right? there's been so many times since these bear modules were nerfed that I cannot go anywhere. Like there's been fights where I don't even have a coke propeller, and you need, you need a coke propeller. Like I just won't have anything. A lot of maps I play, usually I'm like starving for bear modules. Like I don't have any mobility to move anywhere, and it's just like ridiculous. I know that you guys are going to be having cars coming to the main maps. Well, I think you guys are going to be having that soon, but right now we don't have it. So until we do have cars or some other way to move faster, we should definitely you know, keep the bear module spawn rate the same, because it's not as enjoyable to play the game without those, because we can't travel as much. A lot of plays I can't even make. Like it just makes the gameplay really slow and you know, not as enjoyable as it was before. So I think the bear module spawn rate should be returned to the way it was before. Okay. Number 5 is fix the male characters so that people can actually use them. You know, the reason why it's an issue is because there's too much of a difference between the size, the scale of female and male characters. So it's really simple to fix this. Basically what you want to do, you want to rescale the male and the female characters to be basically identical in size. So I'll show you guys a bad example of size scaling, and this is from, you know, back in Call of Duty. As you guys know, I used to be a Call of Duty player. Call of Duty Ghosts, these two characters over here from Call of Duty Ghosts, right? So here's a male character, you know, he's normal in size for a male character, but then later on they added a DLC character, right? And the female characters originally in this game were pretty close to male characters in size, like this guy over here, but they added another skin right here, which looks nice and everything, right? But in fact, this female character right here would give players a major advantage in competitive play, because you see how skinny she is. Look how skinny she is. Look how skinny her legs are. Look how tight her pants are. Because of that, it gives you a major advantage. She's a lot harder to hit than this character right here. She's a lot harder to hit. Now, obviously, the animation and stuff would be the same. Creative Destruction, we also have animation issues too. Like if you're switching weapons with a male character, that even takes longer. Like when he's taking out the weapons, that's even a lot slower. But you know, you just want to make sure that they're pretty identical in size. That's the way to fix that kind of stuff, because the thing is, you have to think when you're doing a competitive game, you want to make sure that it's competitive, right? So you want to make sure that everything is on a fair playing field, like the hitboxes, you know, the size of the character's features, like everything where it comes to visually perceiving the character and actually the hitbox of the character itself. You want to make sure that those things are identical between female and male characters, or it just won't be balanced. Like in Creative Destruction, you got a major advantage if using a male character. Major advantage. I mean, not advantage. Major disadvantage if using a male character. Excuse me. Major disadvantage if using a male character, because the animations are slower and the character's hitbox is a lot larger, and the character seems to be much more sluggish. All right, so we'll take a look at a good example. This is from Fortnite. So Fortnite, what they do is their character model sizes are pretty much identical in size. There are differences here and there with certain skins and stuff like that, which is fine, but generally the characters, female and male, are both pretty identical in size. Like the shoulder width, you know, the size of the arms and the legs are pretty much all the same, you know, generally in Fortnite. So here you can see the Fortnite characters. This is a male skin right here, and then you've got the female skin right here. You can look at the legs. The legs are basically identical in size. The arms, the female arms are a little bit smaller, but generally the hitboxes are going to be pretty close to being the same. You can look at her, you know, her waist and everything. That's pretty much the same as the male character. You know, everything, you know, you guys get the point. You just want to basically make it exactly the same. You know, try and make it very, very close. And then animations, as far as animations goes, those have to be exactly the same. Like you can't have it like male characters switch weapons differently, because that's just going to blow the competitive, you know, aspect of the game, because you can't use muscle memory, because if you have a male character, the animation is slower. It's really, really bad. And then last but not least, I think we should, I don't know if you guys are already working on this, but begin developing new weapons, okay? Not special weapons, you know, no laser guns, no aimbot, nothing. Just regular bullet weapons, just regular weapons, right? And then I came with some ideas here that I've had for this game for quite some time. I figured this video would be a good opportunity to share those ideas with you guys. So I'll go ahead and read through these, and then you guys can go ahead and proceed to the comment section and let them know what you guys think. So my first suggestion here is a semi-automatic bolt-action sniper rifle. This would be a rifle without a scope and would fire rounds at approximately the same speed as an AWP, okay, AWP. And then for stats, I think it should be pretty identical to the AWP. It shouldn't really be stronger or, you know, weaker. I think the AWP is pretty balanced for a sniper rifle, and then a bolt-action marksman rifle would be pretty close to that. So if you get a headshot, it's probably going to be a one-shot, you know, basically the same thing as an AWP. Number 2, remove the Stinger and replace it with a machine pistol. The Stinger is a cool weapon. Basically, Machine pistol, you could even keep the stinger and just remove the aimbot tracking thing that has no weapons in any competitive game should track enemies by themselves. The guided RPG is one thing I think that's fine. It's not really like OP or anything, but stuff like weapons, when it comes to like gunfights, close, being especially like close gunfights, weapons should not be tracking people on their own. That's a definite no-no. The machine pistol would behave similar to the stinger, but it would not have tracking capabilities like the stinger does. So could even keep the stinger in the game, but just get rid of that tracking. Just make it where people have to actually aim the weapon themselves. Okay. Number 3, add an epic or gold rarity heavy shotgun. This weapon would have a much longer barrel, making the bullet spread much tighter. Okay, this means that players would need to be very precise when aiming with this weapon, but shots would do more damage. I would say this weapon should do approximately 20% more damage than a blue pump. So it's going to be, a heavy shotgun. It's going to be, just like when I say longer barrel, it's going to have a longer barrel and tighter spread. So, like with the pump, you've got a little bit of room to play. You don't have to have that dot like perfectly on center. With the, the heavy shotgun, it would have to be pretty much like dead on center to actually hit the character, because that's the only way to balance it. You don't want to have it where it's easy to shoot people, and then when you do shoot them, it's like boom, one shot, because that's going to make this weapon like superiorly like OP to everything else in the game. You want to make sure it's balanced, so it has to have like a negative too. It can't just be like a one shot no matter what and have like long range and everything. You got to make sure it's really balanced with that. So yeah, that spread is going to be how you would balance it. You have to be more accurate with it to actually, get your eliminations. But if you are very accurate, you'll get the eliminations just fine. Number 4, an epic legendary rarity sawed-off or double-barrel shotgun. That's something we don't have in the game right now. This weapon would do very high damage, something like 30 or 40% over a blue pump, but it has an extremely short range, okay? And then it's a very high bullet spread. So basically, it would be really hard to land shots. If you're too far from the character, that bullet spread would make it where a lot of the shots won't actually land, and it's going to do little to no damage. So you want to make it where this weapon, for it to be different than the other weapons we have now, the other pumps, and for it to not be OP, you need to have that wide bullet spread. Okay, so I'd say players would need to be something like 1 to 3 meters away from their opponent to utilize the weapon efficiently. So you basically need to be barrel stuffing the opponent to actually like deal damage. And that's the only way to balance it and make it where it's not like OP over like a regular pump shotgun. Okay, so got to be like right next to the person, like basically touching them with the gun, or it's not going to be what you want it to be. So that would make it balanced. Okay, I think that's a good suggestion there. And then number 5, a green or blue rarity semi-automatic assault rifle. A weapon with a moderate fire rate, low recoil, and medium damage. So it'd be similar to the Scar, except this one would be semi-automatic, and I would say it would carry 10 to 12 rounds per magazine. So reason you would use something like this over the Scar, and reason why it wouldn't be OP or underpowered, is because it carries 10 to 12 rounds, so it is more accurate. You would land more shots, but you have less rounds to fire. So basically, it wouldn't have very much recoil. It is semi-automatic, so you do have to continue to click the mouse button. It's not going to just fire away and be like an aimbot gun or anything. And then it won't have such a large magazine, so if someone does miss some shots, you're gonna have to reload a lot sooner. That's how you balance the weapons out in games like that. Okay, number 6, a blue or epic rarity heavy assault rifle. So this would be a weapon with high damage, medium fire rate, and high recoil. So basically, this would be something like the AK-47, but it have a little bit of a different bullet spread. So you can't really, there's about so much you can do with assault rifles. Assault rifles aren't going to vary too much. The difference is going to be the way their recoil patterns are. So you're going to have different assault rifles with different, recoil patterns, and the bullet spread would be just a little bit different on something, and the fire rate would, slightly vary between these weapons. That's how you get new assault rifles into the game without having any of them being like OP or any of them being like too weak to even be used. So last but not least, a non-suppressed sniper rifle. So basically, a weapon just like the VSS but without the suppressors. The VSS is a suppressed sniper rifle. It's semi-automatic. It fires at a decent fire rate. It's a good weapon. It's just suppressed. So I think we should have a variant of that is not suppressed. So that is it for my suggestions, guys. I hope you guys agree with me, and hope you guys like my ideas here. I just tried to share as much as I could. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I hope I'm not forgetting anything, but yeah, if I am, I know I could drop my suggestions in the comment section as well. So yeah, guys, make sure you do drop that stuff in the comments, and then don't forget, if you are reporting bugs, make sure to follow this this format here. This will be the best format for them to actually deal with it. So you want to make it where they can just go through, you know, because this stuff's going to go on a list. This stuff's going to go on a list and straight to the development team that is working on the bugs and stuff like that, because we have a whole team, you know, dedicated to that now. So thank you guys so much again. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We got a lot of news, you know, gameplay, a lot of exciting stuff on the channel, live streams and everything like that. And yeah, drop a like if you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment. This is going straight to the devs, guys. I know I said like 80 times, but this is it. All the changes that we've been asking for over and over again are finally going to be seen and heard by the dev team directly. So they're gonna be going all through this video, you know, multiple times and actually working on the stuff that we asked them to. So yeah, guys, get in that comment section. Just let them know everything you think, all the things that you want changed or whatever. So thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.